Hello, I'm Mia. Have you ever had those experiences where you're just left alone somewhere and nobody didn't tell you anything? Well, surprisingly, that actually happened to me. How I was left on a plane and everybody just left without me. And honestly, it was actually one of the worst experiences I ever had in my life. See, I was coming back from my trip from France and I had a wonderful time there. And I was also looking forward to going back home. I sat on the plane and I was actually looking forward to go back home. There wasn't really anything good on the plane, no movies, nothing, but suddenly I just dozed off. This was something that I didn't know what was going to happen next. As I woke up, I noticed everything was all dark and it was all pitch black dark and empty and cold. I texted my friend and told her what happened. I said, I just woke up and I am all alone on the plane. OMG. My friend replied afterwards saying, "What? Nobody woke you up? Can you get off?" I told her that the door was shut and that I can't get out. And then, as I was going to write my next message, my phone died. At this point, I just started panicking. I was like panicking at this point. It's like, what kind of a sick nightmare was I in? What kind of airline service does this? Leaving people behind on an airplane like this? I started freaking out at this point. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I just started wandering around on the plane, and I was like, this feels like a horror movie. Like, what? After that, I just started wandering. There was no power, nowhere to charge my phones. After that, I fumbled around the plane and found a door, and in there, I found the cockpit. And then I found a light, and I was like, this is the best moment ever. Thank you. There were a lot of buttons on the plane, and I was afraid I might touch one of them. I mean, what if I do something wrong? What if I let the plane go like flying somewhere? Or press the wrong button. But I knew I had to do something. So I just pressed a red button. I didn't know what it was. At this point, I just started sweating and just started panicking. I pressed it. Was a signal baggage handler. And I pressed it, and immediately, next thing you know, one of the people, the baggage attendant, saw the alert, and rushed to the airplane. He asked me, what are you doing there? What are you doing on the plane? I told him about the whole situation, and he said, who actually leaves people behind on an airplane? I asked myself the exact same question, and I didn't even know who would do this. The next hour, the man brought me to one of the flight attendants there, and me and him told him the whole story. They said they were a bit shocked by what they heard, and they were quite surprised. But they told me that they had heard about another situation like this too. From my friend. It turns out that my friend had called the airport and told them the whole situation, that I was stuck on the plane, and she immediately contacted them. After that, they made up their apology and wanted to make it up to me, saying that if they wanted a hotel room or even take a limo, but I declined that and just wanted to go home. For the next few nights, I kept rethinking about this episode over and over for the next few days. How I was all alone on a plane, and how I was just forgotten about. How I was cold, trapped, and scared. And thank you all for listening to my story. What would you guys done if you were in a situation as I was? Let me know in the comments, and if you would like, share this with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe for more Draw My Story.